All right, let's go. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. How we doing? What's up, randomness? Hello. Is everyone having a wonderful day? This is what I need to know. It's black. Is it black? I mean, upon further inspection, it does seem to be a dark navy, but we'll accept black today, I think. I love your VOD channel so much. Did you guys see the thumbnail from? Did you guys see the stupid thumbnail from the VOD from Wednesday? That's auto-generated, and when it generated that automatically, I was like, who am I? Who am I to not let fate take its way, right? So funny. Emergency roof repairs, Mosul. Yeah, we had some crazy storms come in here. Was it last night? 2 nights ago? Crazy storms. It's monsoon season. It's very habooby out. That's right. I said habooby. Diabolical thumbnail. It was good, yeah. My only regret is the stripping corner. I should have like brightened up the image. It was very, very dark, yeah. What's up, Nate? How you doing? Daniel, by the way, thank you for 50 months. I saw that. Noises, I think you have like 1,009 months or something. How you guys doing? Yeah, Nate, I'm kind of feeling this acid jet lately. It's feeling pretty good. What's up, C-Double? How you doing? 79 month. That's a number of months. Puppies are sleeping. What's up, people? You're trying to animate for the first time? It's hard. What Worth Girl, what are you doing? Like what software? How do you even start that? That sounds so hard. J-Mac, you went to the gym and it feels great. Guess who hasn't been to the gym in a while? This guy. Guess who's a slacker? Mrs. T's at the gym right now. I mean, the jazz is no rush, but I'll deal. I know, Syrinx, I know. Unfortunately, copyright. What about hockey? We're kind of between seasons right now, so just doing some practice here and there. I just finished watching season 7, episode 15 of your videos. What was happening there? Like that's before Toon Towers was even erected. Nate, that's strong work right there. I like that. I'm part of the reason you go to the gym. Well, that's great. That makes one of us. No, I really want to get back to it. I'm just, and this is an excuse. I will say this because obviously in the grand scope of things, going to the gym for a half hour, 45 minutes or an hour isn't going to cost me anything. But I feel like I can't go to the gym because I just got to get decked out done. And that's bad. Yeah. You play beer league? Yeah, I do. Minus the beer. About to run decked out 2 for the first time. Good luck. You should really catch a Rush show. I know, I've seen it. I've watched like the full shows. People have uploaded really high quality full shows with with Annika or Anika. I don't even know how to pronounce her name, but she's doing an amazing job. So I've already watched the full show. It's great. Music's still good. Getty's voice is getting a little not the same, but still the tunes are still high quality. I love it. What's everybody doing this weekend? Does anybody have any good plans? Rip Neil Pratt. I don't know who Neil Pratt is. He sounds important though. Fantasy draft? Flagstaff. Oh, I wish I was going to Flagstaff. Mom's birthday. Good. Watching mid-offs. The Odyssey. Excellent. Assembling a 3D printer. That sounds super amazing. Watching esports. Playing Valheim. I miss Valheim. Did they ever come out with the new zone after the... what was after the Ashlands? Playing No Man. I actually played No Man's Sky. Satisfactory. Always a good choice. D&D got canceled. Yeah, my D&D is done. My D&D... disappointed with how it ended. We had to rush it to get it done before everyone went back to school and stuff. So it was not fun. It was a huge disappointment. Bum, bum, bum. Getting some sleep. Board games with the kiddos, Mice and Mystics. That's amazing, Sambear. I'm so jealous. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Watch Spider-Man with the little man. That's amazing. Boom. Building your RC helicopter. So when I was a kid, like my uncle flew RC planes and crashed them all the time and stuff. And I was like, how do you spend all that money and then just crash the plane? But the helicopters, the RC helicopters seem crazy complicated. I would be too terrified. I would be too afraid. Valheim 1.0 will be released September 9th. Very cool. Just don't crash them. Yeah, easy. Yeah, easy. Easy to do. Packing to move back into college. Honest, that's amazing. Good for you. Yeah, I just went through that last weekend. Tough weekend for sure. Gonna teach yourself how to animate on block bends? You want a job? I need to, I got some stuff that needs to be done. For sure. Some modeling stuff. I tried reaching out to Hoffman, who does all the Hermitcraft stuff, but she's been really busy. What's up, Pebbles? How you doing? All right, today might be a short stream, straight up, because I really want to get videos making good progress, and I want to get it out probably by Sunday. Camera turned to tracking again. Did it? It sure did. Cool. You know, when you reboot your computer. I'll have to remind the wife when she comes in. Today I did some pretty good redstone yesterday in a creative, and I've kind of figured out how I want to do looting. So we'll go over that. I want to start prepping some materials to build a looting system, and then I might do one or two. Oh, hi, Enderman. I might do a couple more of the Ravager patrol stuffs here. Who reboots their computer? I do. Like, I really don't that often, honestly, but I because I was going away for like 4 days, I was like, well, I'll turn it off. That seems like a good time. Curious, will you hide the beacon beams in the sky, or will they be outside the walls? I didn't, unfortunately, no. Oh, will I hide the beacon beams inside the map? Yeah, that's gonna be tricky. In fact, that's unfortunate. I just realized, like, if I want to add, I hadn't even thought about that. I'm just thinking about it now. Huggy Bear, thank you so much. 10 gifted subs, thank you. I just realized if I want to give like a speed boost globally, obviously that's like 50 beacons I got to put up, but you know, that's work. I don't mind work. The real problem is I was like in the middle here, there's nowhere to hide the beams. So that's going to be super dumb. So dumb that I don't want to do it. Like in Decked Out 2, I built the map around it and hid the beams in like stone columns and stuff like that because there was no massively open areas. Roof low enough? Oh, right, never mind. We've been over this. Yeah, see, these are the things I forget. This is why I built it the way it is. Yeah, sorry. Because, yeah, I totally forgot. Oh, which reminds me. Yeah, so beacons give their effect 50 blocks out to the sides and 50 blocks down. So that's right. I just build them on the roof and it'll project down to this because that's the area here is less than 50 blocks. So yeah. So that fixes that. But that does remind me now though that if I'm gonna be having a bunch of beacons up here, I might need to, let's see, what are we at here? We're at 151. And what's the lowest? 101, so that's 50 blocks. So yeah, the beacons need to be pretty much on the roof. They need to be right on the roof, and even still, they're not going to be because they're 4 or 5 blocks up because of the beacon pyramid itself. They're not going to reach all the way down if. Lower the wool roof. I mean, that is an option, I suppose, given that I haven't built it yet. But, not to mention all of this would be a waste. But I could lower it 4 blocks probably. Like, I'm trying to think where the tallest parts of the map would be. Like, this is a pretty tall part right here. This is, what is that, like 8 blocks? So maybe? There's no sky features. You could just drop ceiling the beacon bases. You just say the same thing, Risk, like just lower the beams. Yeah. Sink the roof where they are. No, if the roof starts getting to be like divoted or non-planar, planar, however you pronounce that, then it starts to get noticeable, I think. Like if the roof starts to get really bumpy, I'm afraid you'll be able to see those bumps and those shadows and stuff with like ambient occlusion and stuff, and that might be a problem. But I'm not sure. Maybe not. Camera tracking is on. I know. Oh well. Just make all the beams black? No, it'll look horrible. I mean, there's going to be literally 50 beams shooting up in the middle of the map. It would be incredibly distracting. I would hate that. I would not do beacon effects before I had beacon beams shooting up throughout the map. But yeah, you know, wouldn't it be nice if you could put a tinted glass on top of a beacon beam and it would stop the beam from rendering but still continue to give you your effects? Just an idea, you know. Randomly just popped into my mind, you know. Seems like a logical thing to do. All right, let's go. What's up, little dunga dunga? All right, let's... First thing we're gonna do is gather some resources, because that's super fun. We can do that with vanilla tweak. Yeah, so anytime someone suggests anything with vanilla tweaks or something, you're missing the point. The point isn't to solve the problem for me. The point is to solve the problem for every single player, and I cannot force every single player on the server or everyone in the world to download a specific version of vanilla tweaks. So I'm not looking to solve it for me. I'm looking to solve it for everyone, to be clear. Tango, we've gone over this. If you want a feature to be added, you have to make a what if video. Yeah, that's not happening. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so one of the things I was starting to do is change this area here to be project areas. Like if I want to work on, you know, bus line or item droppers, I just pick up this. If I want to work, if I want to work on like bus lines, I pick up some of this stuff. If I want to work on the warden glass lifts, I pick up this guy right here, right? So I want to make one now for treasure, and then I think I want to make one for patrol routes as well, which I think this one might be. Yeah, this looks like it's already the patrol route one. Yeah, it's got the golems and stuff like that. I want to add the daylight detectors in there and stuff like that. Yeah. You roll. Yeah, I know. Last time X added a data pack to make babies stay babies. Mojang added golden dandelions and made it vanilla. I know. I mean, didn't even Mumbo tweet recently about tinted glass doing the thing? Like, God, come on, make it happen. It doesn't seem that hard. Warning hooters. I'm not getting any warning hooters over here. Sorry, guys. I got Huggy Bear's 10 gift subs. That's it. I got a couple of random. I got Uncle Wave, Polar, Deviant. Thank you guys. Waffle, Ominous, Camera Axle. Thank you guys. .26.5 will be the tinted glass update. Yeah. Sorry, Landrick. I would read it if I saw it. Thank you. Can't you just walk in Mojang real quick and change the source code? No, it doesn't work that way. You found a post on Reddit from 5 years ago that suggested the tinted glass. Yeah, pretty much as soon as tinted glass came out, it was like, that's the obvious thing to do. I missed them? Let me see, let me scroll down. I got Purple Party Pooper with 5 gift subs. I got Daniel with 1 billion bits. Oh my gosh, I missed those. Okay, I'm scrolling. Daniel, thank you so much. I hope Boppy's doing good. Mama Pants, thank you. Melomaniac, 37 months. Nova Score, 57 months. Matt Moss, thank you. Danny, thank you. Hey, Lanrick. I see you, Lanrick. I got you. Thank you for the 10 pieces of pie. So I have strep throat, so you get 10 pieces of pie. I don't see the correlation there. But I'm okay with that, I suppose, yeah. Powers of observation unparalleled, yeah. Well, there's a scrolling, and I didn't realize that the scrolling had to be scrolled and all that stuff, so, you know. Thank you guys, everybody, for the subs. I appreciate you so much. All right, let's get going here. New camera angle? No, it's like... It's on auto tracking because I rebooted my computer and it's the dumbest feature ever. I think there's like a way to like disable it by being like, stop or something with like hand gestures. But you can see that doesn't work at all. When do you think the next Hermitcraft episode will be out? Sunday. How's that work for you? Is that a promise? No, that's a hope. You like auto tracking? Auto tracking is not great because then you might get to see me pee in the bathroom, right? Nobody needs to see that. All right. Bloop. Daniel, thank you. Just close the door. I don't do that, Nate. That's too much work. Okay. Fate Runner, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Okay, I have a list. We are going to check it twice. All right, a bunch of red. Let's talk about loot while I'm gathering supplies, or rather, while I'm attempting to gather supplies. I made some loot decisions that we talked about because we talked about it on last stream a little bit. I tried to get some ideas, and everyone had some ideas, but I didn't hear anything that was like groundbreaking, like, whoa. Like, I think the best idea that was presented that was new was like the cursed item concept, but decided not to go with it just because the amount of tech and stuff it's going to require and everything like that. So what I decided to go with right now is 2 ways of distributing loot. The camera being off center is bothering you? Can I fake it out? Sorry, that's what you get. 2 ways of distributing loot. Let me see if I got some more red stuff here. I'm gonna try and talk and gather resources at the same time, and that's not gonna go well. One is music is a tad loud. Agreed. You got it. I'll kick it down a notch. I can do that. Since the Washington thought, I think maybe the Ravagers should hear the doors of the house open when you go in there. Maybe you could have chests in the houses, but the risk would be the Ravagers coming. I can't really do that without a whole lot of stuff. Sam, am I live? No, this is a recording. So the 2 ways to distribute loot. I'll try to get through this sentence. The first one, the simple one, is going to be just like Decked Out 2 style. Droppers pooping up items through the floor. Very simple, very compact, very easy to sprinkle those in a lot of places. Number 2 will be cursed chests. Shoe on head for live. I don't have a shoe. Sorry. Cursed chests will be a thing. Basically what it's going to be is a shulker box in the floor with like, so it'll look here. Let's prototype a little bit here. Give me some skulky bits. Skulky bits. And we'll say like a black shulker will probably be the common one. So, we'll just grab some muddy mud. All right, so it may look like so. We'll have like that, and then it'll be like blah 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 blah. And then there'll be a wall that's like blah blah vampire noises for some reason. Maybe a little bit more blah, and then it might be like a little bit of skulky veins coming out or something like that, and then transition back into regular stuff, right? Like this, and then we're back to like regular, right? So there'll be like a little bit of skulky bits around it like this to let them know, like this would be a wall here or something like that. Obviously different textures. To let them know, hey, this is potentially a cursed chest, right? So the way it's gonna work, I can't pronounce that name. Greegypt? Greegypt, thank you for the piece of pie. Are you planning on having Cleo do any armor stand magic? I don't know. I don't have any plans for it right now, but it's definitely a possibility. If we want to have Cleo do some more magic, it would be more like once I have a POI created, I might call her over to do something. But if I'm honest, performance is a real concern, and I don't know that I want to just add 50 more armor stands just for something cosmetic, even though it would look good. Anyway, unrolling back to cursed chest, right? So it looked like something like this, and the player will walk up and be like, do I have loot? And they'll get loot, or they'll get sadness. So they'll learn by seeing a shulker in the ground like this, and this could be up against a tree trunk, it could be anywhere. So we can put cursed chests in the graveyard, in the swamp, you know, in the crypt, whatever we want. But I'll probably always do it with some skulk around it to let them know. Now, technically the way it works is when the game starts, I'm going to just call them cursed chests because we're going to go over this in the next video, but you guys are getting a sneak peek. All cursed chests will be randomized with probably like a 20% chance. I don't know. I'm going to play with that number. 20% chance of actually being cursed. And if they're cursed, that means there will never be any loot in it. And when you open it, you get the sadness, which is probably just going to be a big fear spike. 80% chance of not being cursed and generating well above average loot, meaning you'll get way better loot in these cursed chests than you will get from the floor poopers. Kim won her first match. Amazing. And then, yeah, when you open this, so if it is cursed, you'll be like, boop, and then immediately you'll get some kind of audio event, like a ghostly whisper laughing at you, or I'm not sure what the mood will be of that, but there'll be something like that. So that's pretty much it. The redstone for the cursed chest is a little bit much because it's got to randomize which chests are cursed. It's got to randomize when to drop loot. It's got to randomize what loot gets in there. But the big thing I'm adding for both cursed chests and standard floor poopers is shulker backlog, basically. So, and I know everyone's gonna be like, quote that, snark, snark, but I should never have to reload these things because I can put in a full dropper, a full hopper, and a full shulker, I can't talk, of loot in these things as a backlog. You know, where Deco 2 just had the dropper itself, I think. So I think that's going to make things a lot easier. Having that, you know, basically every time I build one of these, there'll be like a little shulker box back here that will automatically refill the loot as it gets made. So, you know, it'll be able to support many, many thousands of runs. What's up, baby girl? How you doing? So that's it. Does that make sense? I'm excited about cursed chests because it gives me one of the things of like, the players now have a choice of like push their luck, right? Risk versus reward. They're going to know there's good loot in these things, but can they afford the fear spike? Can they afford it, right? How many stations of each kind? Dozens. I have no idea. You know, one of the things we're going to do is probably like, I'll probably do this in my video or before the video, is go through the slums here and start to look of like, where should we put chests, right? Maybe, oh, by the way, I did more walls. We did walls and stuff. This is all closed in now. But like right back here would be a great spot for a cursed chest, right? In this back corner loop. Yeah, I'll show you what I did. We did this on stream Wednesday, and we got our auto door. I'm very happy with how this looks over here. And then I added 2 more sections. I added this right here, dead end section here. There's going to be a corruption node back here, and then another one right back here, which is like a loop. that comes around the back here and just loops in the back here. So really happy with both of these. So I'm almost most of the cursed chests are not going to be in the main, you know, they're not like, I'm not going to put a cursed chest like right here. This is the main. What did I say? Did I say something wrong? Did I say chaos? What? I don't know. I'm not going to put a cursed chest along here because this is the main like roadway. It's going to be like off the beaten path a little bit. That's the plan, yeah. Are the lanterns a bit too bright? Maybe. I like the way they look. What do, the various copper lanterns, right? Can you wax the copper lanterns? And do they give off less light? Am I crazy? You can wax them, but do they give off less light? They all give off max light. Okay, that's done. That would have been a great opportunity for them to be like, different tiers give off, you know, like light level 4, 7, 11, and 15 or something like that. That would have been nice, yeah. So these are already less. These give off a light level 10, so I don't know. I think this might be fine. Maybe we'll break some of them here and there and just put them, but you know, whoops. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Mac, when I accidentally do this, I get, okay. So we need something here, obviously. For now, I'll leave it. Yeah, we're still good there. What's up, Whisper? How you doing? Okay, anyway. What were we doing? We did walls. Oh, one of the things I'm going to do is come through here and probably decide where I want all my cursed chests and stuff like that. For instance, there's definitely going to be one way in the back here because I like this dark, scary area in the back here. And maybe I'll just take that one out. But like back here, corruption node here, and then there's this like loop in the back here that's like just super congested and nasty back here. This is like the most, kind of the dirtiest, filthiest, neglected area of the entire map is in this little back dead end corner here. So I'll probably put something back there to incentivize the player to come back there. If you put them flush against the wall. Don't copper bulbs do the lighting reduction thing? Do they? Maybe. But aesthetically, I'm not crazy about the way they look, so. So anyways, I'm excited about Cursed Chest. I think they'll be fun. They allow the player to kind of push their luck. One of the interesting things about the fear system, I'm trying to do like a hybrid, right? Doing some research into like game design and things like that, you have to have a mix when you have a system like fear. Like, right, my initial pass was like, oh, just random things will happen and your fear will go up. And I was like, well, that's not that great. The player doesn't have, there's no player agency over that. They can't, when fear goes up or when something bad happens, the players want to be able to like look back and say, what could I have done different to prevent that or to avoid that or that kind of thing. And if you have a system like fear that just goes up from random events happening that the player has no control over, quickly it becomes just noise and it's annoying. So I wanted to find a blend of like, I wanted to give the player agency, like choices they can make to push their luck, and fear will go up as well. And we have a couple other systems that are going to do the same thing. But you can't do just player agency stuff because then they'll just stop taking risks when it starts to get to the point where it's threatening. So you need like a hybrid of both. You need a lot of things that give the player agency and choice, risks they can take to push their luck and make fear go up. But you need some unpredictability in the things that'll just happen to them because Greywick is a scary place and bad things happen. And with the two of those together, I think we'll have a good blend. Yes, I know my auto tracking is on. Like Clank, for instance, in Decked Out 2, in retrospect, not great because the players could have done something, but there were so many Clank generators and the players didn't really, they just kind of ran and eventually shriekers went off and stuff. And it didn't feel like nobody walked around sneaking constantly And if they did, it was only because they were truly afraid, not because they were trying to avoid Clank and stuff. So it just didn't work that well, in my opinion. Why is the camera off to the side? Because auto tracking's on. EGV, thank you. Thank you so much. Re-guilds. Have you thought of starting at 4? Have you thought of starting at 4, semicolon, end of season 1, drop last place, redistribute players, season 2, same. You're not even, I don't know, these aren't sentences. I don't know what you're saying here, EGV, sorry. I think what you're saying is a way to balance the teams between seasons. I really don't get what you're saying, though. Starting with 4 guilds, end of season 1, drop last place, redistribute players. I think I kind of see what you're saying. A way of like a circular window of like take players from the bottom and redistribute them to... Yeah, guilds are changing quite a bit, I think, from what I originally did. I'm excited where they are right now. Mel Plays, thank you for the 10 pieces of pies. Your absolute obsession with Minecraft mechanics is inspiring. Thank you for being insane. Thank you, Mel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support. I think they mean eliminating the last guild each season. Well, I guess we have to define what a guild is. Keep in mind, a guild is not a team. Is it when we say this conversation, are we saying that a guild is a team or is a guild a building? And if a guild is a team, I'm not going to eliminate a whole team? Or by eliminate, you mean like disassemble the team and redistribute the players? Maybe? Maybe? I mean, we won't. This is all relying on the concept of seasons, which who knows if there's going to be seasons, right? There may just be one season, right? I don't know how long. I mean, a season's got to be pretty lengthy for everyone to get invested in what the current score is and where they are in the standing. So, at the bare minimum, a season has to be 6 weeks, I would think. 4 to 6 weeks at least, probably more. So I don't know that there's going to be that many seasons. I think we need to maybe, I don't know. I have the concept of mercenaries, which I think should hopefully work to help balance the teams, but we'll see. I'll put more thought into it when we get there. Yeah, exactly, Risk. All right. Smooth stone. Lots of skulk. I need to go out to the skulk farm and do skulky things. Yeah, we're like basically out. Woo! Okay, I guess we're going out to the skulk farm in a little bit. Remind me, we're gonna go out there. I need a lot of skulk to I need to generate a lot of skulk here for building purposes. Tank of the Bruins are actually investing in younger players. Burn that bridge when we get to it? Yeah, probably. Redstone dust. In fact, that's probably enough. I like passively AFK at my witch farm, and I've got so much redstone now. It's crazy. Signs. Let's go with some bamboo signs, because bamboo's the easiest. 16. Let's go with 3 stacks for now. They take up a lot of space. Really excited how the whole guild system will work out. Yeah, I think teams and upgrading your guild are going to be really, really cool. Do you intend to generate these cursed chests per run or link them to looting cards? Like I said, when the game starts, I don't want to call them cursed chests because it sounds like they're always going to be cursed, but all cursed chests will randomize to determine if they will be cursed for that run. If they are cursed for that entire run. So every time the game starts, the players won't know which chests are cursed and which ones aren't. You're a Red Wings fan? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Trell. Are you going to build the guild hall in slums for testing purposes? No. Did I say? I thought I said. The guild halls are not going to be in the map anymore. I thought I said that. I might have mentioned it in the stream. Yeah, big change. Hey, careful, camera tracking's on. Because, you know, computer reboot.
Oh, I have a theme song.
Let's hear it.
Smelly wife, why do you smell so bad? Because you went to the gym and lifted 100 pounds.
Yeah, I'm feeling it. Go. Second verse.
Second verse, same.
You still work in progress? Work in progress? Okay, that was pretty good.
Still writing it.
That was pretty good. Good for you. Good for you. Proud of you. Yeah. And now it's weekend time.
Exactly. It's time to use the new present.
Yes. I look forward to that.
I was talking to the trainer
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
The trainer's like, I've got one.
Does he? Oh, okay. Good.
He's gonna send me some recipes.
Ooh, good. Very good. Alrighty. Good job. Yeah. Did you guys all get the reference to Smelly Cat there? Mrs. T is the best. She's alright, yeah. Will you randomize shulker distribution, seeing as you can auto place them via redstone so their locations are static across all runs? Did you mean so their locations are not static across all runs? Either way, I mean, I have to tomorrow. I have to build like a ton of redstone just to support a cursed chest. So, the idea of making cursed chests be randomized or moved around, it's not that easy. Anyways, yeah. Have you played Magic the Gathering recently? No, I kind of want to. I need to build a commander deck. Don't give me advice. I don't want advice right now, but I do need to build my first commander deck and play that. Anyway, yeah, guild halls are not in the village anymore. The guild hall is going to be a access door off of the end game room. Like, remember Decked Out 2, you went down there to like buy cards and all that stuff? There's going to be a room off of that if you have paid to unlock your guild will open up, and there'll be a whole like building in the back there that will be your guild hall, and that will be customized, mutated, modified, whatever, based on whatever current team is currently playing. It's kind of, yes, well, it's kind of like the Forge from Decked Out 2 that never got done, but yeah. The Forge will still be at the blacksmith, yeah, 100%. But I'm excited about the guild stuff because it allows me to just build a super complex guild system once and not 3 times in the village. And there's other benefits to having access to it at the end of a run as opposed to mid-run and stuff. Exactly, they need to get out alive, which is important, right? Like, if you want to upgrade your guild hall, you not only have to get enough money to contribute to it, but you also have to have a successful run, which is good. Muddy mangrove roots. This might be one of my new favorite blocks here, this muddy mangrove root. I absolutely love them. Wait, I don't need that. This is just the ground around it, and that's going to be dependent on, so that's not something I need for it. Hoppers for sure. Forge in guild halls? No, not at all. Anyone asked about Techtopia yet? Ali, it could be you. It could be you. Think about the honor of that. The first person in today's stream that tells me to update a mod that I haven't worked on in 8 years. It may happen. You were so adamantly against having guild halls outside. What changed? Was I that against it? Maybe? I don't know. It's just one of those things. A lot of things get a good first pass. And then I come back to them and I rethink things, you know? I need to play Create 6. Yeah, I probably would enjoy it. All right, hoppers, comparators. Bloop, that's not a comparator, but we're probably gonna need those anyways. Yep. Boom, boom. Slime blocks. Let's put in a couple of these because once I put these things in, like everything is vertical. Because these loot systems need to touch the surface, I want to focus everything in as much of a vertical redstone build as possible to reduce. There's a lot of contention for redstone stuff right at the floor of the game. So if I'm gonna do something up there, I want to reduce the horizontal footprint of how much space I'm taking up there and work vertically. So a lot of the redstone signals, like when the game starts, when to generate loot, and the outbound message from the loot system, from the cursed chest system of when to generate fear, those are all going to be vertically based. And I'm probably just going to use sticky piston, slime block, pusher up or down things. Yeah. Auto track. Down here. Ping Mullet, I'm taking Python Foundation certification courses. Just finished testing out tuples. Any tests on learning code? No. Python is, that's all I would say is Python's a great language to learn to code. I haven't been coding professionally in 10 years now, so I'm not the one to ask. Have you thought about what the UI will look like? Is much going to change compared to the DO2 map? Well, I mean, given that we have completely different systems, Berg, yeah, I would imagine it's going to be different. The only thing I can guarantee is your fear level and your Olin level will be on there. I don't know what other stuff will be on there yet. We'll see. I'm sure there will be some interesting things. I think it will be better than the Decked Out 2 map. The Decked Out 2 map was very simple and just linear progress bars. This is going to be hard, but I want to try to make, instead of linear progress bars for a lot of the things, I want to be a little bit more artistic. Maybe shapes that like grow or something, but that gets really complicated really fast. Are there any, maybe you guys will know this, if any of you have done dynamic map stuff before, like in Decked Out 2 we just used water, because water is a block that you can control with redstone that when it flows over something it changes the color of the map. Is there anything else like that that's easy to, like, without building like a billion block swappers? I think it's pretty much just water, right? Powdered snow. Yeah, okay. Dispensers facing up with powdered snow, and lava would probably work too. Yeah. Get him. So yeah, I would agree with that. Powdered snow is a good one. So I could have white art. I could have red art with lava, the white with the powdered snow. I could have red orange with lava, and I can have blue with water. Sulfur cubes with specific blocks, maybe? Sulfur cubes are entities, right? They're not going to show up on a map. Stone generators pushing blocks, but then what, TNT to explode the blocks or something? That gets really messy. Moss, since it's crushable. Oh, maybe, yeah, I suppose. Something with a piston tape? Probably not, because a piston tape is going to need something. No, maybe, I guess if you did the whole piston tape in the floor, you could push and spin. Super complicated, but not complicated to build, just complicated to do in bulk. Okay, but that's true. I gotta look at different colors and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna try and make things a little bit more artistic this time, which I think will be good. Slime droppers. Why do I have 7,000 dispensers? Where are all my droppers at? Seriously? Crazy. I have like no droppers made. There we go. I gotta make some more of those soon. You can also do vertical sliding to do shadow casting, to do luminance stuff. That sounds like it's above my pay grade risk. Would that piston tape have to be able to travel in both directions? I mean, not really, right? Because you just make a loop. If you're just swapping like a band of colors, you know, it'd be like whatever, you know, depending how big the band is, but you could do like, you know, oh, 5 ticks of the loop cycles it to blue, and then 5 ticks cycles it back to red or something. But again, that's complicated to do in bulk. Rem, thank you. How you doing, Rem? God, it's been so long since I played MTG. I know. I'm like just getting into it a little bit. Everyone else has been around for 20 years, 30 years, whatever. Hope my dice are rolling well. They are not rolling well, Rem. But I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Rem. Hope your DM journeys are going good. Ghostly, 40 Ghostly, thank you. I began my PhD in theoretical physics. Watching DO2, following DO3 got me through the toughest part, writing 50,000 word thesis with some 2,500 equations. I place blocks. You're amazing, Ghostly. Good luck to you. Risk, that doesn't surprise me somehow. Ba, 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 ba. Dispense colored shulkers. If you could do colored shulkers, it's a good idea. If it was just like a 1 wide, and you can hide, because you gotta obviously dispense it from one side and break the piston from the other side, because you can't leave anything from above. So it would be a little tricky, but yeah, it's difficult to break. But maybe there's an option there. That's clever. Dolphin, thank you. Green wool. All right. Yes, I got all the green wool out, I think. Boop, we'll just go start with this for now. So green wool is going to be I'm taking this from Decked Out too. Anywhere you guys see green wool from now on, it's going to mean this is the game active line. So what I'm thinking of doing is, like, we've got our event bus system here that's good for sending out events of like, this happened, this happened, this happened, right? But what it's not great for, in my opinion, is like long-term state. And at least there's going to be at least 2 things. There's going to be 2 long-term state changes, whether the system is active and whether the game is active. And those are 2 different things. The system active means like the chunk loaders are on, you know, the game might be still cleaning up from the last run. System active, or like game active, will always be encompassed within system active. Like when the players show up, system will activate, probably before they even start the game. Then they'll play the game will go game start, game end. If there's a bunch of people, game start, game end, game start, game end, game start, game end. And the system is active the whole time. And only when no one plays the game for like 10 minutes, then the system will shut down. And that's when the chunk loaders will turn off and stuff like that. And I think for those 2 things, rather than sending out an event for game on and a game off and another one for system on and system off and worrying about sync issues, I'm just going to probably run a straight redstone dust line, old school, for those 2 things. I think it's easier because there's just a lot of things that just need to know. I need a constant signal when the game is on so that I can lock a hopper or something like that. And rather than having those dozens and dozens and dozens of systems all build their own T flip-flop system or something, I'm just gonna have it be a powered line. I think it's better. Yeah, exactly, gigahertz, and I want to avoid that. So there may be more. Those are the only 2 I'm definitely gonna have system on and game on, but there's probably gonna be other ones too. I'm not sure what yet. We'll see. Did Pearl do anything in her area yet? No, I don't think so. Exactly, Nate. What color will the system line be? I think white, Jake. I'm not sure yet. White or yellow. Probably leaning toward white. What was I doing here? We did green wool. Let's grab some observers. I got some there. Do I have a stack anywhere that I can just grab? Just have a sprinkling of observers here and there. That'll have to do for now. We're gonna have to craft some more. Probably not gonna read this. Probably not. I'm gonna use instant redstone lines using instant repeaters. No, for those state ones, tropical fish, it's just gonna be redstone dust with repeaters. Standard, boring stuff. because speed is not important, and I just want to keep it simple. Did you forget your droppers? Did I? No, I got my droppers. Let's make some more observers. Like, we're really low. Oh, no, there's a whole stack right there. Oh, those are the dispensers. Yeah, that's in the last video. Or the video that's coming out this weekend, hopefully. Yeah, let's make some observers. And because I'm a professional and been doing this for so many years, I obviously know all the recipes by heart. Cobble, redstone, and quartz. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boop, 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 boop. Now I'm thinking about where the map hole is. You probably could do horizontal sliding block layers, like color on top of slime honey, like those 3D paper art things. I'd have to see a picture or something. Risk, I'm not following you. You're definitely right. I just can't envision what you're saying right now. But yeah, I really want them. I want them. Like, when I look back at the map from Decked Out 2, I was like, really, really cool concept. Very, very, very plain and boring implementation. So I want to do something a little bit fancier this time, if possible. Do 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 do. King Satan. What do you think? Do you consider yourself a YouTuber who streams or a streamer who makes YouTube videos? I have no idea, Vaughn. You tell me. I've always thought of myself as a YouTuber who streams, but streaming is becoming, obviously, as the years go on and the videos slow down and the streaming increases, like, that's changing, you know? I don't know that it needs a label. Ram, thank you again. Thank you so much. DM journey's going well. My stream games run for 10 years this year. Wow. Also working on a game like Decked Out 3. Are you building it in Minecraft? Having some big imposter syndrome is true seeing you do DO3. You got engaged. I saw Rem. I saw that in Impulse stream. I saw that. Congrats to you. All right. Observers, repeaters I already got before. Shulker boxes. I don't want to stack these up because these don't stack, of course. I could do shells. Do I want to bother with this? No. I'll just add the shulkers when I'm loading them, which is gonna be much later. So, redstone torch, smooth stone slab. Do 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 do. Thank you guys for the brand new subs. I appreciate it. I'm also a silly goober. This is true statement. All right, slabs. I need some target blocks. How many target blocks do I have? 6? That's less than I thought. 20? Maybe? All right, we're gonna have to make some more of those. Did you come up with the second verse yet?
Nope, I still smell.
Good job. But there it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is the whole second verse. Perhaps I shall shower now.
It's pretty good. She's singing it. I like it. Yeah. It's because you're awesome. That's why.
I had to do lunges with that 30-pound sack over my shoulders. You know why I had to do lunges? Because I remembered my knee braces today. And he's like, oh,
you're
you
amazing.
Wear your knee braces. You get to do lunges with an extra 30 pounds over your shoulders.
I love it. Oh, I don't want to do that. You're amazing. Scar has been ranting about Disney on a lot of his streams. No.
That's crazy.
I can't imagine that happening ever. Bloop. I have not. Right. Tell me, please do something that involves manly screens and war cries. Listen, Coda, you never know when a warden might drop into my storage room at any second. These things happen, right? Redstone. You should probably read the rest of that message. No, it's gone. Can't do it now. Sorry. I just read partial messages. Makes people happy. Why is Scar watching my stream? I don't know. Let's be honest, guys. There's not a single hermit, with the exception of maybe Etho, who's going to come into decked out blind. He's not doing anything. No, I know. I'm just standing here, so. I think Etho is the only one who is like, no, I will not know anything. Pearl? Well, I think Pearl's already seen some stuff, probably. Bum, bum, bum. Have you seen the Technology Connections pinball videos? No. Impulse is trying to avoid. Yeah. I think here's my hope. All right, Impulse, if you're watching. Sorry. I hope Impulse. He's my prediction for, first of all, the player who's going to play a lot more. I'm hoping he plays a lot more than he played Decked Out 2. I hope he gets more invested into it this time around, and I also think he'll be quite good once he starts investing, and I'm excited to see that. I think. Boom ba boom boom ba. Target block, shulker box, calibrated skulk sensor. Oh yeah, we definitely need to go to the thing with the thing. Do I even have calibrated? We gotta skulk it up. We absolutely gotta skulk it up. Calibrated. It's just a regular skulk with the thing, right? Yeah. Yeah. All right, we gotta go get a whole bunch of skulk and other things that go on top with the squigglers. We need the squigglers. Yeah. Tango question, won't having multiple Ravagers get stuck on buildings and walls, etc. during the collection system? I'm hoping not, Melendez. I think it'll be fine. Yes, they will bump up. Yes, as I start doing this, I will probably identify some bottlenecks that I might have to change the building structure around a little bit, like we did with the trapdoors when we first did it there. But I think in the end, it'll be fine because I think they'll eventually free themselves up, and because they keep following from like an infinite distance away, I think it'll just kind of work out. We'll see. There will be some times though, and just to be perfectly clear, there will absolutely be times when the Ravager reclaim system doesn't work 100% and some of the Ravagers don't make it out. I don't care. That's great, right? It's part of the randomization for next run. As long as it's within the acceptable, as long as like 90% of the Ravagers make it out, 95% of the Ravagers make it out every run, I'm happy. If obviously only half of them are making it out and everything, then it doesn't work. But 1 or 2 extra Ravagers here and there, totally fine. Kubrick, thank you. I love the DO2 UI so much. I made a game based on blueprints on Zcraft. Wow. It uses wool suspended over a layer of water. I add remove water on top of the wool to hide reveal icons and other designs. Water at any layer blends with the background. It's interesting. So it says you have wool suspended over a layer of water, but then you're adding more water on top of the wool? I'm confused. Did you make a water sandwich? A wool sandwich? Target black, calibrated, skulk sensor, we're gonna go. Okay, lecterns. What's the best way to input a signal strength 10 into a calibrated skulk sensor? Anyone? I hate lecterns and books and quills and stuff, but that's what I'm going with right now, unless someone has a better option. Crafter only goes up to 9. Furnace. Yeah, I suppose you could get... The problem with the barrel and stuff is you just require so many items. I guess if I did like a barrel with a ton of swords in it or something like that. Oh, a shelf. How do you get a signal strength 10 out of a shelf? That might be interesting. Now, using a subtraction thing is like, it gets too clunky because now you have a subtraction comparator just for your comparator that goes into the thing, and now you're in like a 4x4 situation or a 2x2 situation. It gets too much. Shelves are binary. I haven't looked at shelves at all yet. So interesting. If I just slap a shelf up and put, you know, what is it? Slot. It's only like 1, 2, and 4 though, right? So if you did all of them, the highest signal you can get is 7. How do you get higher than that? I haven't looked into how it works. And shelves are expensive. Yeah, exactly. All right, so lecterns, maybe a furnace? $11 snowballs in a decorated pot. That's not bad. I forgot about the decorated pot. Okay, I'm gonna leave lecterns out. Why don't you like lecterns? It's really the book. It's having to make the books and, you know, make a book that's 15 pages long or less or whatever, and you put it in and turn the book to the right page. It just feels, I don't know. I don't like it. Composter could work probably. I don't know what the ranges of signals that a composter gives off. I'm not sure yet. Cauldron only gives off 1, 2, and 3. Can you just make a book and duplicate it? You can, but then I gotta save those books and not lose them, and you know. Composter 0 only goes up to 8. Okay, so that's not gonna work. Crafter's my favorite one, but it stops at 9, of course. Crafter, just put it down, click, 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 you got it. Sounds like pots might be a good one. Yeah, clay pots with like snowballs or something like that. That's a good one, Risk. I'll look at that. Okay. So I'm gonna hold off on the lecterns because I might be changing that. Note blocks. Do I have a whole bunch of note blocks made? Probably not. Oh, there we go. Bloop. And then I need some water buckets. I think we're just gonna take ice because I want to waterlog all the calibrated skulk sensors so that they don't make noise, so that all you hear is that crisp audio of like the ghost voice or something like that. Which, by the way, it's a pain to waterlog a calibrated skulk sensor because you got to put the comparator next to it and to the side, and then that means you got to like do some trick with water so it like cascades off the other side, and it just gets weird. I kind of wish you could like do well, I don't have a calibrated skulk sensor here, but like, you know, like the line where you inject the comparator signal. I wish you could do that through a block. It'd be so much easier. But yeah, you can read through well. No, you can't, Jake. I'm pretty sure. Can you? No, I'm not. I would have sworn I've tested this like a bunch of times, and it's. You definitely can. You can. Oh, now we have to test it. You cannot. Oh boy. All right. This clearly calls for some science. Let's see. We'll do. Let me just grab a crafter for the test here. Doo-doo-doo. So to be clear, this is what we're saying, that I can put a signal there and it'll read through that. Of course, this should probably not be wolves, otherwise it's not hearing me. So I think one is walking, right? So if I put this on something else, it shouldn't hear me. Seriously? Fate Runner, thank you! You could leave the iron golems open between games. You could have them open them one by one, starting from the end of the line. Yeah, Fate Runner. That was the original plan. Then you'd have to load from back to front. The problem is, though, that there was a problem. What was it? Oh, I'd have to generate the randomness from back to front that way, and that makes it a little bit more confusing. If that makes sense, Fate Runner. Like, essentially, if you had a serialized list of drop-off points, we'll just call them 1 through 8. If I randomly chose 6 and started sending a patrol out, then that means I can't choose 8 after. I'd have to, like, choose how many we're gonna open up all at once or something. I don't know. I did think about doing that, but either way, with the delay, it's working just fine, I think. You've learned that trick at least twice now. Jake, at some point you have to realize you're not new here. You've been to a few streams, right? You know my strengths and weaknesses. Like, I guarantee next season I'm gonna relearn it again. I guarantee it. That's the way it is. It's the way it is. Dude, I feel like I would have sworn I tested this and it didn't work. I still can test it. Like, it either didn't work this way originally or something. There's something tickling my brain that, like, I was convinced this didn't work. I mean, I suppose I should waterlog it to actually test, but I don't think the waterlogging is going to make a difference, yeah. If you were not building decked out, what would you want to build for this season of Hermitcraft? I have no idea, Jake. How are you stopping multiple Ravager patrols from stopping at the same Dunga deployer? I'm spacing the patrols out probably like 15 seconds apart, Potterhead, so that by the time one hits one iron golem, that window of opportunity will be closed, and by the time the next one comes by, that iron golem's head won't be visible anymore. Casino! Maybe Coda. Anyway, cool. I stand corrected and I learned something that I've learned before, as usual. Interesting, though, so that's going to change my design a little bit to make it simpler. All right, we're going to go get... Oh, I got 63 of those. Bloop. Check the output. Right, that doesn't work, right? The comparator off of the wool. That does not work, I don't think. I don't know. Apparently, I don't know anything anymore. Evil, those are words. But I know what that last part is, so that sounds delicious. It should. Output works too. Okay. See, I don't know anything about this game. Okay, so that's that, which means that I'm just gonna put some ice in there. Now let's do it. Oh god, you're killing me. All right, let's do. I gotta get regular ice too. I have all this packed ice and not a lot of regular ice. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I do want to. So this is good. We've got this now. I'm gonna put this down here, and this is now going to be my treasure and cursed chests. So now anytime I want to work on that little project, I just pick up what's there and go. That's cool. Do you play Minecraft hardcore? No. Never saw the point of it. I need a hoe. And I think everything else is out there. Let's go. We haven't been out there in a while. Who knows if the thing even works? What's up, Clank? How you doing? Wow, why is that so loud? That seemed really loud all of a sudden. What's up, Junebug? How you doing? When you distribute Ravagers, maybe you keep the eye contact. 1 second, let me land here. I missed. When you distribute maybe you keep eye contact with Iron Golem until the start of the next game, so everyone will start with Ravagers in the same places. I don't want them to start in the same places. I actually, Tetragon, like, I actually like the fact that it's like the Iron Golems go away and there's a little bit of time before the next game starts, which gives the Ravagers time to wander around. And given the distribution of drop-off points and the amount of wandering they'll do, it should make it... There won't be any, like, association with the drop-off points. I'm hoping players don't even really know where the drop-off points are, because the Ravagers will, like, sometimes be next to the drop-off point, sometimes be halfway all the way to the next drop-off point, which is a good thing. Alright, guys, sorry, I gotta run this farm for a while here. Which is boring. How I'm making a set of dispensers for treasure that are 3 sets of 5 drop points selected in start of game. I don't know what that's doing or what that's solving. Sorry, Dragolic. How long would it take between each run? I think, well, I mean, if you saw the last video, you saw, like, I think it's going to be a matter of sending out the patrols will probably take longer because they have to be done in short waves. But I think 5 minutes will be plenty to evacuate the area and to send out the new patrols, I think. All right, how does this work? I got my potions in here, I think. And by I think, I mean I'm out, apparently. Am I seriously out? Got a little bit there. Yeah, oof. Only got a few left. I'll have to get more. Item spawn will reign supreme. What do you mean by that? I mean, that's we can't shorten it by 5 minutes. One of the things I can do though, like in Decked Out 2, I pretty much started a 5-minute timer like after the game ended, and I think I can be a little bit more efficient and probably go like 4 minutes once you accommodate or once you take into account things like how long it takes for the player to ride the minecart into the game. Like that's going to be like a 30 to 40 second ride right there. You know, while they're purchasing cards and stuff like that, the timer needs to start the second they leave the you know, the game, like they leave the gates of Greywick to exit the game. That's when the timer starts, and I think it can probably be a 4-minute timer is my guess, but we'll see. All right. Totally remember how this works. Of course. Where's the go button? Is it up here? Who designed this thing? Oh, it's the pressure plate, right? Right, so I step on the pressure plate. Boop. Tower is gonna splash. Yup. And then that's also going to start cramming the allay, which will do all the, I think I just stand on this pressure plate. Let's make sure we're not full down here. We're already empty. Okay, let's see what happens. Eh? There we go. Basalt generator that is turning the basalt into skulky bits. Problem is, what I really need is like a second person to be up there harvesting skulk sensors while I'm doing this, but I'll just get him at the end. Is there any reason system to deal with the inevitable hermit that didn't click the bed and respawns elsewhere? I don't think so. I'm probably just gonna do what I did last time, Frontier Man. I know like Etho did, hello? I know Etho, like with his Frogger game, made a pretty elaborate, cool system of like you had to sleep in the bed. I may do that. I'm still undecided. Little block under the pressure plate still activated. Where I'm standing on? I don't know what you mean. Sorry, it's working. Get Etho to build it? It's not a question of... It's a question of do I want it, not how to build it. And there's other variations of what he did too. Any secret plans for the end of game death, like the room in Deck 2? No. In fact, I'll probably just... that end of game room became very tongue-in-cheek silly. Very quickly. I don't regret doing it, but I don't think it added anything to the game. So I doubt I'll do anything like that. Is this place worth a muffle on slot 5? You're worth a muffle on slot 5. Cyrus kind of said. Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. But it's whimsy. Yeah, I know. Like, I hate to say it, Great Wake and Deck 3 is not about whimsy. I'm really trying to set a tone and a theme, and I want to be consistent. You know, that's why I don't want Ravagers named Poopy Pants and stuff this time. I don't think you hate to say it. Probably not. No, not really. Can it, Coda? I don't think it can. I think those are opposites. Is DL3 in the same universe as the prequels? No. That would be cool, but... Is there a new camera angle? I could turn down, like, auto-click, and then you would be able to watch the farm happen. Yeah. There's, like, a button I can click. I think it just ended. This farm's not that great, because it uses a potion every time I step on this pressure plate. So I have to be careful not to, like, step off and step back on. All right, now I want to grab a couple of skulk sensors while I'm here. Yeah, so see, that's the problem, is, like, I got a ton of skulk, but only 12 skulk sensors. If I had someone up top here, like, going blah, 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 chopping and getting the skulk sensors, that would be good. Wonder if you're considering banning exchanging frozen shards because near the later phases. Oh, absolutely, Jordy. That's against the rules. Yeah, there's just straight up in the rules no trading. They're not going to be called frozen shards, of course, but there's definitely no giving your keys to another player, right? Because that's obviously much more desirable now with teams, right? Like, oh, I can't make it this week. I guess I'll just give all my keys to Etho so he can play. No, that's absolutely not allowed. Yeah. And that's just on our system. I'm not going to try to solve that. Not bad for a quick little run. I am tempted though. Do I run it again just to get the skulk sensors maybe? I think it still works, right? No more basalt will generate, no more skulk will generate, but it should still, because the way it works is there's like a certain amount of skulk sensors slash shriekers that appear within range and then it stops, but as long as I'm still doing it, yeah, I think it'll be fine. Gotta hard power the plate for the clock. Do I even need the clock? I don't think I even need the clock because I don't need basalt to generate. I think as long as I tap the pressure plate, it'll splash the thing, and then I just stand up here and keep going. So let's try it. I thought once it all skulked, it stopped rolling. I think the skulk generation, the catalyst still spreads and it tries to create skulk and it tries to create, what do you call it at the same time? Shriekers and sensors. I mean, let's find out. So if I just do that and fall off, of course. I'm probably wrong, as usual. Oh. Oh, I gotta go turn the thing. I gotta go flick the... Yeah, hurry up. That's what this lever's for. The crucificator. So now we should have like 5 minutes of shrieker sensor gathering, which is good. I mean, I guess I could just do this too. Oh, but now the clock's not running, you're right. Ah! That was the part that messed up. I might be the worst at this. Would that not summon a warden? No, these are only naturally placed shriekers, spawn wardens. Keep breaking all my skulk. I don't need hundreds and hundreds of these. Like, I would imagine like 3 or 4 stacks is probably enough for all of decked out 3, so don't need to be super efficient here. I'll probably need a lot more skulk. Can't reach at. It's an active farm. It's probably almost over. potion effects. But yeah, overall, this probably would be better if I actually left the clock running so that I could break the sculk as well. That would be an improvement for sure. Feels like it's almost done. Whack a skulk. Yeah, you could make a game out of this probably. Somehow, some way. Just because of the way it randomly creates the skulk and the sensors, and then it stops once it hits like a critical threshold. Riveting content. I mean, that's what this whole stream is, right? It's riveting content. That's all we do here. I got work to get. That's got to be done. You get choice. Stream with me doing boring stuff or no stream. And I chose stream with boring stuff. It's interesting, like there's no guys dropping now, but because we have so many bubbles stored up in the skulk, it's just still making these things. It's kind of cool. Makes me wonder if there's like, is there a maximum amount of bubbles you can store? I don't think there is. Like, you could store so much bubbles and then just have like, probably have like 2 blocks or something as the only place where shriekers and sensors could spawn, and then you could probably farm them for days. Like, look how much backlog we're getting here just from the stored bubbles. That's so cool. Are the allays okay? Sure, they're allays. Could you not do that by placing down more trapdoors or slabs? Probably, yeah. This was generated as a skulk machine, not as a it was made to be a skulk machine, not a sensor shrieker machine. The fact that I'm getting sensors and shriekers from it is just kind of a side benefit. Come on, Bubbles. Come on, Bubbles. What the heck? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Where did that one bug come from? Do you need shriekers for the game or just cosmetic? I don't need them at all, honestly. That I know of yet. I have better player detectors than shriekers that I'll be using. So shriekers probably won't be used that much at all. All right, Bubbles be gone. My Bubbles. All right, we can do that, and now we probably have stuff down here that always falls. Yes. All right. Boom. Boom. That's a good amount right there. Anything else in here? Just a couple little bits here and there. I am happy with that. It's a good haul. Refusing to accept it? Yeah, I am. Sorry, Coda. Did you know that silverfish are actually a bug? Yeah, like IRL. Were you just humming YYZ? No, I wish I was, but I wasn't. Moxie is such a great mod. I can't imagine playing without Voxy. The two most important mods over the last decade, number 1 is voice chat, and number 2 is Voxy. Like, hold on. Like, Lightmatic is pretty good too, yeah. Like, what? I can't play like this. Unplayable. Unplayable. This is garbage. Garbage. Can you imagine being under a mountain and seeing sky all the time? It's... Axiom is completely game-changing for the better. I don't care what anybody says. It's such a good mod. Like, this is just completely breaks all my satisfaction and everything about building a what do you call it? A mountain. I think the average player doesn't build giant mountains. I know, but I meant Voxy. Whatever. Words. Did I say Axiom? I mean, Axiom is pretty good too, but I meant Voxy. Even if you don't build mountains, just like being able to fly around and see everyone's builds off in the distance and everything, it's amazing. Do you need to undo the allays at the farm? Oh, they're being smashed. Nah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine, I think. They should be fine. Not too worried about it. It will confuse me next time, yeah, Jake. And then I'll be like, how does this work? Exactly, yeah. Are you going to let Scar at the start of your line? No, of course not. Okay. We did that. I think I'm gonna go do a couple of again, I said this might be a shorter stream. We're at an hour and a half. Let me grab which one was it? Is it this one? Yeah, let's grab this guy. Hey! God. Thank you. Alright. I got rails, I got stuff and stuff. And we got a redstone box. That should be sufficient. I think we're good, yeah. Who was the first person to play Decked Out 2 besides Zed? Scar. Scar was the first official player to play it. I need to go get some more amethyst shards. Yeah, let's go take a fortune pick and tear up some of that stuff. Let me throw this in the thing. Yeah, I know there's one down there at least risk. I think there's two. We can use a little cheaty cam to find the other one. This guy. Well, I already had a stack there. That's probably fine, given that I only need one per. Oh, wow, Skulk was really low. What else can I take out of here? Let's take out that and that. And give me... Technically, I don't need the Skulk because it's not part of it. It's the decoration around it. So, yeah, let's wait on that. And I'll just put that in that back. I think that's a good kit right there. All right, let's put the rest of this stuff back. Yeah, change the plans. Let's not go do that. Let's grab a fortune pick, and I want to grab some, what do you call it? Some amethyst. I think there's some. I kind of know where there's one, but I think there's multiple ones down here. By the way, guys, look. Hey, I did it. No fall damage. Where is it? Is it... I'm gonna have to use cheaty cam. I don't know which one of these it is. It's down there. Yep, I knew it. Skiz will be pleased, I know. Boom, 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 boom. Was it Cub who played Decked Out first? Decked Out 1 first? I have no idea. I have no idea. Why are the wardens below? Because they're not above. I'm not sure what you meant by that. Are you asking why I have wardens, or why are they down and not up? The wardens actually don't have hats anymore because they have tubes. You made me dark. I can't see where the other one is now. All right, now there's another one down one of these ends. There's one over there. There's one down there. I thought I had another one that was like exposed though, but maybe we got enough. Yeah, that's all right. We got 3.5 stacks there. I'll come back later. This is the one I always come to. It's good enough for now. You. I gotta remember to go do that more often though, for sure. Quick question, what's the loot system? It's the system that gives you loot. What's up, Zing? I don't know what you want, Snowflakes. All right. Now let's go. That took like all of 2 seconds. Yeah, next video will all be all about the loot system. We'll talk about it there. Doc has an insane amount of shards. Oh, did he make one of the, like the automatic piston pushing ones or whatever? Yeah, those are like a pain to make. And I just don't feel like there's that much demand for shards. All right. The next Ravager drop-off station is this one here, I think. We just got done doing the one on the stairs, and now we want to do this one here where the vision is right there, I think. So let's go look at that. We're gonna need a daylight sensor, which should be in my happy box. Yep, got enough of them there. What is the current thing being worked on? So for those just joining, we're going to be working on another drop-off point for our Ravager patrol system, distribution system. And they're slow going. This one should be easy though, because it's right next to the main line. So I'm hoping this one will be a little bit simpler. Oh, I should go get the pale moss stuff so I can make that. Yeah. It looks so much better with the back wall in already. I'm so excited. Was there bugs in the Ravager system? What was wrong? Don't know. Yeah, Zyra, I haven't seen Lomax in a while, I know. Think she's hating me or something. I don't know, we'll see. All right, so standing here, I think I want to change. I think I want to make that and that be slab. It doesn't look quite as good, but it makes it so that those are the two blocks that get revealed. Because the Ravager's coming right down Main Street right here. There's no way with those two blocks pulled back. Although, I don't know if I'll have enough space. I might have to do something with the roof here. This is going to be weird. Oh, Coda, okay. All right, so every one of these is its own little solution, little problem. Ooh, you know what? How about a ground first? That sounds like something that would be fun to have. I thought vampires could levitate. I wish. That'd be cool. Okay, so this is definitely posing some more problems here because of the pistons that need to go there. Right, I need to have pistons like... No, even higher than that? Oh, this isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Oh, I could go back farther, I suppose. Sideways double extender. Yeah, I don't want to get anything complicated, but what I can do is go back more. No, I can't. I don't want to do this. I could have this piston pull off to the side and just do that. Maybe one's enough. And if he's placed in the right spot, one might be enough, I think. Or I could do that one and that one. But that might be smashing his head. Right? So that would be the pulled back version right there. That feels like that should be plenty. I think. How do I want to... Oh, I can't get the redstone up there. I think that's fine. I could put the golem right. I got a 2x2 right here. Yeah, I think this will work. Why not pull the blocks down? From where? I mean, I need pistons below that, and I have a wall below it, so there's no way to pull down. Okay. Yeah, that works, I think. Let me put the ceiling back in place here. Boop, boop. 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 And then, let's see, where are we gonna put... What I need to know is the height. I always get this wrong. If I put a golem right on top of this, I think they'll see right across it. Let's see. Dunga diverters. Yeah. That's the term. Yeah. All right. Give me that. Give me that. And we're gonna go doink doink. And we're gonna go. Let's make this guy out there. Boom, boom. Boom. And I want to be down here because he's going to start suffocating in this wall. So... Let's see how this works. Huzzah! Oh, wait. How do you make a golem again? I need another one here, right? Is that the problem? No. What's wrong? You don't need air there, do you? I thought it was just air below. Do you need air here as well? I thought it was just the feet. Interesting. But now let's do that and that. Solid block underneath. He's got a solid block. He should go, and let's just do that. Yeah, you're right, I guess. I want to get him standing on those, and because they're more than a block wide, I don't need blocks everywhere, but you're right, he might have fallen through there though. Don't die on me. There we go. Okay, get in there. Give me some iron bars to really lock them in. Let's go with... Excuse me, buddy. Get me up there. No, he's actually got to go over here. Boom. And... solid block. How are we looking? Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. Ravagers have to see that. Especially because the Ravagers are like 2 block 2 and a little bit like their eyes are at what 1.8, I think. They'll see that every time, I think. Okay, that's perfect. And breaky. Let's just slim this down a little bit. All right, he can't get out. Hope I brought enough for the rest of the chat. What? Is there other snacks? Can you construct an iron golem sideways like you can with snow golem withers? And upside down. Really? Does it check all of them? I didn't know that. I knew wither you could do sideways and stuff like that. I didn't know you could do it with these guys too. Okay, so let's get that piston back in there. And he goes right there. And he goes there. Oh, I'm pretty much putting this all back for the redstone. Now the question is, where am I going to put the sky axis? But all right, we're good there, right? Boom, closed. Everything looks good. Open. Guaranteed sight line there, I think. It should be guaranteed. Yeah. I would be a little bit happier if... Let me see. It's hard to see. I can't see. Like, it's right in the middle of his head is where his eyes are. I think we'll be fine. Do you want to push it forward as well? Yeah, I do. Good call, Jake. Thank you. Slide that up. It's basically you got like a block and a half. So you do solid block and then a bar gives you the half block over there. There we go. That'll probably help with line of sight. Yeah, that's much better. There's no way they're missing that. Okay. Thanks, Jake. What's up, noises? Okay, so I already forgot how this works. We're probably gonna want to do like here-ish. I need to go look at the other one. I forgot how they work. Right, they're both on daylight, one into the other, not subtract mode, and then that just powers the piston, right? That should be it. I think that's all I need to do. You already have a moss root there to camouflage it? I mean, yeah, I'm going to do that, and then, you know, it'll be fine. All right. Daylight detector. I need, nope. Repeater comparator. I feel like I still need a repeater here. I'm not sure what the signal that comes out of that was. Let's put you over there, maybe. That goes there. Boom, boom. Haha. There we go. Problem solved. We'll do two. Why not? Yeah, night mode, and then I can never remember if it's that one or this one that needs. Which one was it? Sorry, guys. It is the supporting one, right? No? Oh, it's the main one. It's the one being diverted into. So this is the one. Okay, we're good. No, this is the one we need to do. I could just change this around though too. Right, if I move this guy there, put that there, that there. No, that did nothing because I'm not very smart. I need to do that. Okay, that should do it now if I put it there. And that'll look totally fine. Yeah. Redstone on Netherrack? I know, right? Abomination. Someone had a good idea. Because it happens once in a while. If I just do this, shapes, let's make a line. Add shape. Let me turn these guys off. Turn this one on. and go configure, set here, and go like that. Shape render on. And now, gah! What the what? What? Oh, I have to do set here on both? Got it. And then we'll just change that one. Now I should have a straight line. There we go. Boom. And now I just go up to the surface and I don't have to look at coordinates and all that stupid stuff. Dunga, 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 dunga.
Dunga, dunga, dunga.
It's kind of cool. Your shape is crooked. Thank you. Thank you. Chords are for losers. All right. That really looks cool, honestly. All right, now I can do what? Oh, somehow it went into the box. That can go there. Everything is happy now. Excellent. Watch this. I'm a professional. Hang on. Now I'm more professional. There we go. All right. Boop. Remove. Boom. And now... Now... You missed the hole? Huh? Oh. Bloop. What am I doing wrong? What did I do wrong? Do I have it backwards? Oh, yeah, there's probably other skylight issues in the area as well, right? Renders, light, What am I doing wrong? I am easy to confuse. Block is too low to prevent daylight bleeding. Oh! Is that how it... But that one's the same thing, though. Oh! I don't have the block up on the ceiling, right? The block's got to be... It's the same thing I did last stream, yeah. Same list. Exactly! It's tough, guys. It's tough being me. Sometimes. It's very, very tough. All right. Give me black wool, doinkers. Okay, so it's that block there. So let's get El Piston. Let's just do surrounding area first. Yeah, that's fine. And that, right? Because now when I do this, is that gonna work? Hey! Hey! What the heck? Where did you guys come from? You could have been creepers. Well, that's not going to help me. What's up, GLaDOS? How you doing? Reinforcement spawners? I know I'm on daylight mode, yeah. I'm wondering where they came from, and I don't want to have to keep changing this back and forth. Sky, block. Did they spawn there and walked over the wall? For real? Probably. They can't spawn there. That's gotta be what it was. These are the things that happen. What's up, buddy? This is not going to end well. This is not going to end well. I would like to boop you. Get booped. Woo! So brave. Okay, now we're gonna do torchy. And you know what? You can just stay there and despawn at your own leisure. It's like catching a spider. Yeah, it is. Okay, I think we're probably good now. That's a little bit too much light. Yeah, that'll be good. All right. Make sure the creeper was dead. I'm pretty sure he didn't make that fall. Yeah. Okay, now, is this sufficient? I should be putting torches up here, right? How are we looking? All right, it's powered right now, so everything's closed. And it's unpowered now, and it's revealed. Perfect. All right, so that works. The wall portion did last time. Might need lighting too. I could check it, I suppose. Nah, looks like we're good. Ka-cha! Bum-ba-da. Bum-ba-da, bum-ba-da. All right, we're good. We're not going to do 15 repeaters. That would be rookie. We're absolutely not doing 15 repeaters. Who would do that? I would never put 15 repeaters in a row. All right. How do we want to do this one? We did say We were considering lowering the roof, and here I am building the roof out. Because, right, if I put the lowest a full beacon can be is, what is it, 9,753. The lowest a beacon can be is right there. Right? Which means 105 is the lowest they'll receive the effects. Which, I mean, we're right there right now. That was a miscalculation on my part. I forgot about the height of the beacon itself. Leg or head height? Oh. I would imagine it's leg because it's just looking for the player's position. It's got nothing to do with their eye height, so it's probably just checking the feet position. But it goes downhill. I know, Risk, I know. Right? Like, as we go into the swamp over here, this is going to go down even farther. So, yeah. Poop! Am I lowering the whole ceiling by 5 blocks? It's not the end of the world. And quite honestly, like, it's okay if all of this is floating a few blocks up. But in retrospect, I wouldn't have made it out of black wool. I would have made it out of something else then, so that it stands out more. Right? I think we all see, right? Lowering the roof is the way to go. Does the ceiling need to be flat? It is the prototype. Yeah, you're right, Risk. That's kind of the whole point of this. This is a perfect example, right? To reveal the problems. Just make the roof not flat. Once you make the roof not flat, you see those bumps, I think. And I really, really want the sky to be something that isn't distracting you, so. I could just lower the swamp roof, but, like, honestly, the cemetery is probably going to be... No, the cemetery will probably go up. Because the cemetery doesn't have any tall buildings, so it can rise up here quite a bit. It's the swamp that's going to go low. Could just lower the swamp, but like this corrupted thing here would have to get shortened because this is already too high. This would have to get chopped off, but that's not a problem at all. I think it'll be fine. I think we probably will end up lowering the ceiling. But does that mean I start using something other than black wool here? Probably. You'll lose sight line at that height, though? From what to what, Risk? More of the buildings to node status beams. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Those extra blocks at the top are pretty critical, right? Because you're going to be like over, you know, here at this height, and you're going to need to be able to see those the corruption stuff, which oh yeah, there's one right there, right? If there was a building right here, you would only see like that little bit. Doesn't really help. Doesn't help that I have like lights blasting me in the face. Makes it tough to see. Yeah, so for those that don't know, beacon beams from the actual beacon block, their effects go 50 blocks out on both lateral directions and only 50 blocks below them, but infinite above. I'm trying to put them on the ceiling so that I don't have beacon beams shooting everywhere through the map, because that's completely unacceptable to me. But we're right at that threshold of 50 blocks or so. Is the beacon beam downward range also calculated as a cylinder rather than a hemisphere? It's box. It's not a cylinder. It's a downward 3D box. I think it's got to be lowered. I'm already concerned about, because when we talked about corruption nodes, right? You guys remember one of the big concerns is being able to see which corruption nodes are active. That's going to be a problem. And now we're making it worse by doing this a little bit. Now's the time. Yeah, I agree, Walk. FYI, the reason I pause at times like this because I want to see what chat's got to say. Anytime I get to a part where I'm a little bit indecisive, I like to pause and read a lot of chat because I want to see all the input from you guys that's going to sway me one way or the other. It's always useful. But yeah, I'm pretty heavily leaning toward just lowering the ceiling now, I think, which sucks. And I'm just going to have to find a better way to make it clear where the corruption nodes, which corruption nodes are activated. Could corruption nodes have light on them? If I light up the ceiling, then you really start seeing like that wool texture and stuff, and it doesn't look as good. Like I'm relying on the lack of light to sell the dark sky kind of thing. If you were to look at how much area you need to cover if you put beacons around the side walls. Oh, I see. I risk one black beacon beam is unacceptable to me. And I know that sounds harsh and unyielding, but I just think it's going to look so dumb. But to answer your question, yeah, right. Like there would still be quite a bit of interior ones, even if I put the beacon beams right at the edge. Right. I mean, to go from here to there is many, many hundreds of blocks. So the vast majority of them are in the middle. Putting edge beacons would only help a little bit. Can you cover them with campfire smoke? No. Can you encase the beam with black concrete? Then you would have black concrete in front of your buildings and stuff like that. It wouldn't help anything. And no, you can't do that anyways, because then you would break sky axis and the effect wouldn't work. Okay, yeah. So, given that the ceiling is being lowered, I really don't think I should be building these track systems out of black wool anymore, because it'll be nice to be able to just glance down and see where this is versus the black ceiling below it. Does that make sense? I think. So, it just feels like a gamble. If I change my mind, then I got to tear it all up, though. Right? On one hand, if the ceiling is going to be 5 blocks down, I'd very much like this to not be black wool. But if I change my mind and don't lower the ceiling, then I got to tear it all up again. Do I just leave it as black wool and accept it for now? What I might do, honestly, as part of this vertical slice, maybe it wouldn't be so horrible if, I know you guys are going to want to see this, but if we did put the black wool in like from that corner to there and filled in the ceiling. So it wouldn't even be a complete box, but at least it would be like, you know, if you stood here, right, you'd have wool all above you and wool walls there. Like right there, my entire vision would be black wool. I think that's probably... I just don't want to put the wool blocks up because it really reduces my ability to navigate and get around and stuff. Make smaller beacons. That would quadruple the number of beacons I need. Test in a creative world? Yeah, but that's not something I do now. All right. Well, let's just finish this one out here. How we do this one is irrelevant. It's a problem we'll have to address soon enough. Okay. All right, how does this work again? I need detector rails. Can't you encase the beams with corruption tendrils? We're not talking about this. So there's certain times of beams being used. There's beams being used for the corruption, and those are colored. And those do go up through the tendrils, kind of. Those are going to be like turquoise/red. But then there's just the beams for like, I want to give you speed, like a card that gives you like loot and scoot, right? And you run fast for 30 seconds or something like that. That's a fun card. And that needs to be beacons every 100 blocks, you know, orthogonally in a grid to get complete coverage across the whole map. So those are the ones that I can't have poking up everywhere and stuff. So those have got to be on top for sure. Most corruption nodes could be effect nodes, right? No, because the corruption nodes are a corruption node activating is not at all related to a speed beacon being activated. I mean, unless I stacked multiple beacons right there, but one of them's got to be configured to be tinted and color coded and stuff like that with, you know, blocks that transition the color. The other one's just going to be aren't beacons transparent to one another, so you could swap in out pyramids. I don't know what you mean by transparent to each other. Sorry, Risk. Any tall buildings that could potentially reach the ceiling. Yeah, like we've got, you know, like that one's the tallest right now. The town hall is going to be tall, but that's not a problem because if I shorten the ceiling, I just build, I have no buildings now that need to be shortened, and in the future, I'll just make those buildings shorter, so it's fine. Like you have no jump speed and jump speed verticality. Then you put a pyramid under the required. How do you move a whole pyramid? Or just replace a single block that activates the pyramid, you mean? I don't see what you're saying, Risk. Again, sorry. I don't doubt that you have an idea. Because I mean, you need one beacon for each effect. I need a beacon that is configured to be speed. I need a beacon that is configured to be, you know, jump boost if we want that, and stuff like that. All right, boom, boom. Let's see. All right, so this one... We were changing these, and that was helping to not... Did I only grab one? Seriously? Data packs are okay, right? No, they're not. Okay, so now I can put a detector here without worrying about anybody. Again, I know this is black wool and I'm going to regret it. Okay, so how did these go? Let's see. Where was the simple one back here? Whoop. Right, okay. Activator goes into randomizer, and then randomizer goes into... observer? Is that right? That's only going to give a one tick. Oh, the one tick pulse is just going to push it the other way. And that is a regular piston, so it's totally fine. Okay. Even though that's probably going to double tap because of the observer on off there, but I think that's fine. Okay. Why are you looking at the odd one? They're all odd. I really just like need to get in the groove and do these in bulk, because if I do one and then come back to it and do another one and come back to it, I keep forgetting how these are done, and it's just going to be forever. No observers and rails. Hmm? So I just did this one with redstone. Yeah, I guess the rails. The rails, I think, were there to avoid powering the... Well, maybe they're not necessary anymore. Oh, because I wanted to run this line in parallel next to it, and I didn't want them to bleed together. I think that was it. That's why I did the rails there. Right, because we still have to carry this line, whether it's a patrol or not. Which is... I hate this section here. This is all bleh. Patrol. Patrol line goes over here. Okay, so this is the patrol line here. Let's just carry this one along this. And then that's got to go to over there. What about making clouds with pale leaves? That way you can cover some of the beacon beam. No. Yeah, no, I think that would look bad, and it doesn't solve the problem because it's only solving it right at the surface, so it'd still be beam shooting everywhere. Oh, did I use a sticky there? I did. I need that to be a regular. Okay, and then that one goes there. Lowering the ceiling is the best solution. Yeah, I tend to agree. It's probably too much. Let's see how we're doing. Missed by one. Okay, so that's good. Let me turn that lever off. Now this one needs to blop right into that. Let's say we'll just put a couple of those there, and then I'll put the repeater on that. No, I won't. We'll go there because it'll be a sword anyways. That's fine. And I believe that's it. So I'll have one, and then we'll have like a sword or something in there as well. And that powers that. Gives it a little pulse. If it's a signal length 3, which the sword would be, repeater, and activates this by pushing that. Oh no. I'm off by one. Bah! Yeah, we can kick this over. I bought some new books. What did I buy? I bought Audible books because I had some credits. I'm very excited. Hang on. You guys get to tell me how great these choices were now. I bought I have all of DCC up until book 8. I still need to catch up on that, so that's my first priority. He can read while I can listen. So I'm gonna finish Carl first for sure. And then I bought Operation Bounce House, which my wife read and she said was really good. Obviously, didn't, and I'm excited for that. But then I wanted to branch out into new authors. I got book, because this one was free. I got book 1 of The Wandering Inn. Does anyone know that? Can anyone say whether it was good or bad? Don't just be like, it was great, oh my god, it was great. I want to know, like, yeah, no, it was kind of meh. Has anyone read the Wandering Inn series? Haven't read it? The Wandering Inn is great. Nobody. Okay. Never heard of it. Read it online. Really enjoyed it. Cool. Drags out way too much. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So the reviews were a little bit mixed, but book 1 was free, so I was like, whatever. So that one I'm not. That's probably the last priority. Then I got The Crown Tower. The Ryria Chronicles, Riyyria. Does anyone know about the Crown Tower or the Ryria Chronicles? Chronicles are great. The DCC audiobooks are incredible. Yeah, I know they are. That was a fun series. You like those? Okay, you guys read so much. I love it. You love the Chronicles? Okay, good. That sounded like husky talk. It did, I know. Probably be up, but have you checked out the Red Rising series? That was on the list, I think. But I want to say there were like mixed reviews. Anyways, going in order here. This is not order of importance, just what I have. I have, that's for my wife to read. The next one I have is The Devils. Did anyone read The Devils by Joe Abercrombie? Red Rising is peak. Okay. Also on your list. Red Rising is great, but gets hard to follow. Yeah, I need a dumb book because I'm gonna be listening to these while I'm doing Redstone and stuff, and I'm not gonna be 1,000% engaged. So I need stupid books for me, my stupid brain. Demorial, you didn't listen to anything. Didn't miss anything. He Who Fights with Monsters. Okay. I will add that to my recommendation. He Who Fights with Monsters. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to The Devils, and then I got this one was recommended just by Audible like 1,000 times, and then I read it and I was like, okay, it sounds pretty good. Has anyone read Mage Tank or listened to Mage Tank? It's another lit RPG book. Mage Tank was mid. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely looking for like, you know, fantasy series, that kind of thing. Urban fantasy. Yeah, I don't, for whatever reason, I don't get into sci-fi as much as I get into fantasy. I know they should generally be interchangeable, but they're kind of not. Yeah. I generally like fantasy, high fantasy. Don't do, I should check out Brandon Sanderson. Yeah, I know. In fact, I want to say there was no, I guess I didn't. There was a Sanderson book I was looking at getting, and I think I changed my mind. Yeah, so I guess that's all I got. Mage Tank, Devils, Crown Tower, Bounce House, Wandering Inn, and then the rest of the DCC. So we'll see. Rift War Saga, that's ancient. I think that was written like, yeah, I've read all of the Drizzt books by Salvatore. I think I've read 20 of them or something like that. It's like the only series I've read a ton of back in the day. Like I read them in like the 90s, I think. Yeah, I've heard Sanderson's a little bit like he's kind of complicated and a lot of characters, and you got to really dig in. So that's why I've been a little bit dragging my feet. You know, those pistons that open the iron golems are going to have to be moved, right? Sorry for interrupting. Why are they going to have to be moved? Boss. Yeah, I want to get into more, like, DCC introduced me to the concept of lit RPG, and it seems like there's a whole bunch out there, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. It applies to my, like, gamer nerdiness, but as well as my fantasy. Oh, Mistborn, yeah, that was the one I was gonna get, yeah. But then I was like, I think I was overwhelmed by, like, the length of the series. I was like, that's too much. Down to the new roof. Boss, I don't know what you're saying. If there's a problem, I would like to know what it is, but I mean, we've tested it and it worked. Right? This is the block that gets pushed. It's right over that. I think we should be good. Might look good enough with funnel. Mistborn is a fairly easy one. Okay. Good to know. And that's it. I think what we just did is we just finished this. Obviously, I got to put the sword in there and stuff and get all the randomizers correct and everything, but that's all it is, right? Protector rail activates that. Randomizer, pushes it over, activates it. If the patrol line is active, this will be pushed. Oh, wait, no. We got to do the thing that pushes it back. Of course. So we need another skedoodler there. And, well, where's the next one? This might be where we do the repeater chain. Did you ever do Steve Jackson fighting fantasy books? No. Do you have to move the contraptions down to where the new ceiling is going to be? Oh, I see. I mean, I could just leave a hole in the ceiling at that location. And I think because it's just a 1-block hole and it's all black wool, I could like just have it like a tube running up if I need to. But you're right. Technically, I should, yeah. But like I could just have a little wool tube, hollow tube or whatever, and then you won't be able to see that, I don't think. What was the reason for roof lowering? For beacons. Because that block right there is where the beacons will be if I leave the roof here, and then it makes it so that if I lower the floor down to where I'm intending, then the beacon effects won't reach the bottom. So I'm glad I saw it now, honestly. All right, so let me grab, is there a minecart in there? That would be peachy if there was. Excellent. Okay, so boink, activated. It's probably good to just put it like right here-ish. Yeah. That did feel like a little bit of a slow drop off there, and I know there's a little bit of randomization to it, but I think if I just put it around here somewhere, we should be good. Oh, hey, I need... No, I don't have them on me. Doink. All of this stuff will need testing for timing and stuff like that, you know, of course. Bop. And I could throw repeaters on that if I need to as well too. You know, like another 15 chain would be good. Speaking of lightning rods, are there any scar added for the copper decor that are a burn hazard? Oh. No. I mean, first of all, doesn't it take the highest rod within like 50 blocks or something? So wouldn't the ones that I placed on the mountain override that? I honestly don't know how it works. Why not use hopper clock? Closes after a set delay. It's just more redstone, and I already have a timing system here by using this. I feel like I don't know. I could have this pulse just have like some kind of pulse extender on it, and it closes after a certain amount of time. Maybe. I guess that probably would reduce. Yeah. I think I would like to use. It wouldn't be a hopper clock, something similar to it. If I'd used this guy here. This one. That's basically like a good pulse extender. I could just do that, and then it does get rid of like some of that nonsense, repeater chain nonsense. It's probably a little bit cleaner, yeah. And then I can just change the duration by just adding more items to it. Yeah, I like that better. In the future, I'll do that. I might even tear some of these out some night, but not today. Tango thinks it will look bad for players to have the roof have steps in it. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I will test in creative first to see what a like a 5-block step down, because I could just do it, you know, like right where the swamp starts, you know, which is like right around here. If I lower the skybox by 5 blocks right here, and I'll see what it looks like. Maybe it's not that bad. Wool slab stairs looks, since they will drop, since that drop will be out before the box. Oh, you're just saying like use stairs to make a more gradual slope or something instead of just dropping it. I think it's when you're looking at like ambient occlusion and stuff and distracting things for the eyes, you just want as few changes of surface as possible. So I think it's actually better just to do one right angle than it is to do like stair. I think. So, but I'll definitely look into it, yeah. Why are you not blackwalling each area anyways? Well, yeah, I mean, we did. That's a good point, actually, Haggis. We did talk about, I might actually have, hello there. I might actually have a wall. I'm leaning toward having a black wall between Greywick and the swamp. And if that's the case, which I think it is, that's all the more reason then to lower the ceiling then, right? Because then there's nothing extra I'm adding. Like, I'm having a wall come down anyways. So maybe that is the answer. Maybe we leave this ceiling here, and yeah. I just gotta test in creative and stuff like that. All right, I'm gonna wrap it up, guys, because I really want to get working on the video. Make sure that's out. The video should be out Sunday, I think. I've already got some really good social stuff in there. You guys are gonna be excited to see. And then I really want to start working on the what do you call it? The treasure system with cursed chests and regular poop treasure systems. And I'm going to hopefully try to integrate it, you know, because there was some hand waving with this Ravager Patrol stuff about like how it actually triggers it and stuff. I'm gonna try to actually like do treasure the real way and like implement a treasure system in the system tray there, or I push treasure events into that, and then that uses the bus line, you know, that kind of stuff. I think so. It'll be a more official implementation, which I think will be good. Any chance we see the gray boxing someday? Leaning toward not. Only because it sets the stage for a lot of things that are in turmoil and are probably gonna be changed and stuff like that. And it's not even that exciting. It's just me like, there'll be buildings around this area, that kind of thing. Thanks, Lord Bomb. I appreciate you saying that. As always, thanks for the support. All right, I think I need. Did I get my redstone box? Let me get that. All right. Any donos missed? Probably. I'll check. I see Sleepless gifted 5 subs. Thank you. Thank you. Can't lose the redstone box. We got to make it all season with redstone box number 1 for sure. We made it all last season too. Season 9 though is different. Yeah. Asherman Light. You should look at Welcome to the Multiverse. Okay. Definitely. Silver Cheetah 77 months. Thank you. Unbelievable. Thank you guys. Too long, you hit 4 years. Thank you, Too Long. All right, guys, we're gonna head out. Is anybody? I don't think anybody's really streaming today, right? Ba-da-da-da-bum-bum. Are they still doing mid-offs? Skiz is playing Cub. Let's raid Cubby. Let's raid Cubby. We raid Cub. We raid Skiz all the time. Let's raid Cub. Cub fan 135. Boom. All right, guys. Appreciate you and your faces today. Have a good weekend. Have an amazing weekend. All those things you said you were doing, go do them. All right. Enjoy your weekend. I know I'm going to. I'm excited. Videos should be out Sunday is what I'm guessing. And I'm hoping if the video's out then, we'll definitely be streaming on Monday then. All right, guys. Take care. Goodbye.